Turner-Moffatt.
Good afternoon, everyone. I have branded myself the safety diva. I am a construction, mostly safety consultant on construction sites for construction contractors. So, when I talk to the contractors and sometimes they don't want to do what I want them to do, I tell them I need to be their safety wife or their safety girlfriend, right? I try to be a safety coach and not a safety cop. But one cop you do have to worry about is, I don't know how many people our contractors have had OSHA come on their site or have OSHA inspections or worried about them. They've never had it happen. They wonder how it's going to happen. I'm going to walk through what an OSHA inspection looks like, how to prepare for one, and we're just going to go through real quickly how to be a business that's prepared for that OSHA site, compliance site person comes on board. I would help you through that process, do mock inspections prior to, but just to let you know. So OSHA believes that they're strong and fair and effective in their enforcement. They provide outreach and education and compliance assistance. And if they do partner with businesses and have cooperative programs to help you so that they're not always doom and gloom. But I also do OSHA training and help with OSHA 30 and so forth. We'll get to that later, next time. So your responsibilities as an employee are very key. One thing in the OSHA 1970 OSHA law is what's called a general duty clause. And that says that you're supposed to provide a workplace that's free from hazards, okay? And that's a recognized hazard, something that you know about, and you're supposed to comply with all OSHA standards and regulations, and in construction that's 1926, and general industry is called 1910. Be familiar with those standards and make them applicable to your workplace and have copies available. That's something some companies don't know. Next. Employer rights are that you can obtain free advice and on-site consultation from OSHA. You can accompany the compliance officer on an inspection. You can request an informal conference and contest citations and penalties. And we have experts here. They're going to go over more of the law. But I just wanted to let you know some of your rights and responsibilities. You have to comply with OSHA standards. You have to wear required PPE on the job site, and that's personal protective equipment, especially in construction. Report hazards to a supervisor. These are what employees have to do. Their rights include being able to review the standards, receive training, because the employee has to provide training, free of cost to the employee, request an OSHA investigation if there's something that the employee feels is hazardous on the site, and review the OSHA 300 log, which will go over that. That's a log of all the other duties. Section 11C of the law shows, is like the whistleblower law, they call it, part of the law. And this is where discrimination can occur, and that can include firing or laying off, blacklisting, demoting, denying overtime, promotion, or disciplining. This cannot happen, and this is why it's a OSHA citation can be anonymous from an employee. They have that protection so that these things don't happen. Denial of benefits, failure to hire or rehire, be intimidated, you be assigned a future promotion, reduced pay hours. So an employee on your site could recommend that OSHA comes because of a violation, and they need to be protected. So what's the process? There's an opening conference, there's a walk around, and then there's a closing conference. So this is the typical workplace. It might be a manufacturing facility, it might be a construction site. Next. And here's a guy coming in, right? And who's that guy? We don't know, right? Could be OSHA inspector. We usually think about the people. Policemen, like they come in to police the site, right? They give you violations if you go against the law. So, a guy comes on the site and it's an OSHA here and wants to see our safety manuals. And then your employee makes that phone call. Usually it's to the safety person on the site. What do I do? So you're supposed to welcome OSHA in. It's the law. Okay. The opening conference. conference. The purpose of the inspection is described, a copy of the complaint if there's a complaint, if applicable. Employees are included unless the employee objects, and the scope of the inspection is discussed, including private employee interviews, a physical inspection of the workplace, possible referrals, records on the workplace, discrimination complaints, and then there's a closing conference. So the records they might review, make sure you have your OSHA poster on site, summary of your work-related illnesses, the injuries, and he's going to check that that poster is displayed and review your records 5 calendar years prior. And you have to keep that injury and illness posting from April 1st to the February 1st to April 30th. Any injuries that you had that require hospitalization or fatalities have to be reported to OSHA within 8 hours. And you have to maintain illness and injury records. And it's very important with safety people having to maintain if you have a safety person on site, which I really encourage people to, or use consultants if you're a small business and you can't afford that, because sometimes a small claim like a $500 injury can blow up because the person went to the emergency room, now it's an OSHA reportable, as opposed to a managed care or something like that. So you need somebody to be able to advise you to manage so that you don't have high reportables, which lead to high insurance modifications going up. Now your premiums are high. People talk about insurance. So these are some of the standards. I won't go over them exactly, but this is some of them that apply to all businesses. Your logs, your working services, your PPE, machine guarding. This is like a list, and your VP slide. So this is the OSHA standard that goes according to. Types of records, your postings, like I said, your written programs, it might be your respirator program, your medical program, your hearing conservation, your medical records, injury and illness records, your audits, training records, so all those OSHA 30s and OSHA 10s that your employees are taking, you have to maintain them. This is just for general industry, some of the information that they're going to look to be posted, different standards, okay? It's not all inclusive here, but if you have flammable combustibles on the site, on your job site. If you have regulated areas where you have different chemicals like cadmium, benzene, or formaldehyde, these are all regulated. Areas where you're using electrical equipment, where there's electrical boxes, all has to be labeled. And once again, general industry, your escape plan, your emergency action plan, your fire prevention, your HAZMAT, which is the hazardous materials. Your employees have to know when there's hazardous materials on your job site. They have a right to know. You might have confined spaces, bloodborne pathogens. Okay? Next. These are other exposure records. Once again, if you have any of these things, confined spaces, radiation, asbestos, lead. Everybody always hears about asbestos remediation, lead remediation. All these things you have to keep records for when they're going on your job site. So don't forget that many OSHA standards require an inspection or survey be conducted and that training be given to employees, but that doesn't always mean that it requires a record to be generated. So some of those are your hearing conservation and your hazard communication training. Okay? These are some training requirements. You have to train your employees on your emergency action plan and fire prevention plans. These are some other ones that have to be trained on hearing protection, occupational noise. And I mentioned HAZMAT before. These are some other OSHA training requirements. All right, and if you have trucks or cranes, if you're doing welding, cutting, brazing, any kind of sparks being produced, it's hot work. Okay, you have to have some kind of permit and plan in place. These are some other ones. Safety related, electrical especially is very, very high. There's something called the OSHA Focus 4, where OSHA focus on falls, electricity, struck by, and caught in between. Those are all hazards that are very high on this list for construction, and they really want to bring it down because that's where most of the fatalities are occurring. So electrical is very high on the list. And training requirements, you have to provide training for bloodborne pathogens, radiation, I mentioned hazardous communication before, and any kind of occupational exposure to hazardous chemicals, especially in laboratories. So here's your OSHA inspector. They're going to come around, looking under their microscope, trying to find things, because that's their job. You know, I used to be a health inspector. I could go into a restaurant in New York, and I could sit there. If I wanted to find violations, that's what I could do it. They trained me to do that. I could sit there and write for days, but I had a certain limit I had to do per day. So, you know, I'll give them a break. I could sit there in any restaurant and write four or five major violations and some smaller violations because I was trained to look for things. Okay, so let's go for a walk. They're going to look at different hazards. Next. Generally, there's a designated person that the employee includes and designated employee representatives that can walk around. Next. The main purpose of the walk around inspection is to identify potential safety and health hazards in the workplace, evaluate the health safety and health program that's in place, and report all facts pertinent to the violation if they want to write up, collect samples, take photographs and video interviews. They're going to review all the hazards, okay? And sure, Karen's going to go into more with the law, but I just want to give you like an overview of what you can expect so that you won't be so afraid of it. They do offer you assistance with the abatement once they found a violation, okay? Go back. They provide you guidance in developing an acceptable abatement method because they really do want you to give it a hazard. They don't want us to stay around. And it could lead to a fatality. Let's just say you didn't have a fatality, you just had an injury. They want to make sure it's abated. Use of specific product names and recommended abatement measures does not imply OSHA endorses any product or service. One thing about OSHA, people say this is OSHA approved this, OSHA approved that. OSHA does not approve anything. So they might, you might get a recommendation in the standards, but nothing is ever OSHA approved. Okay, so people say, oh, I'm using OSHA approved lumber on my site. It's not, okay? So there's a closing conference next. And at the conclusion of the inspection, the Compliance Safety and Health Officer conducts a closing conference with employee and employee representatives jointly or separately as the circumstances dictate. Because if it was an employee complaint that brought about, he probably was not going to do it with the employee and the employer together. Okay? He knows the circumstances, but the employer doesn't. So of course, when OSHA's going, everybody's happy. They survived. And they suggest that you have a formal conference prior to filing a contest against what they found. The formal conference must be held within 15 working days of the contest period. So some of the citations that you can inform the employees of are regulations and standards that they violated allegedly, hazardous working conditions, proposed length of time to set abatement of the hazard, and any proposed penalties. And I'll just go into the penalties shortly. The compliance officer reports the finding to the area director, who evaluates them. If a violation exists, they will issue a citation and notification of penalty. And these notices of proposed penalties are sent by certified mail. They want to make sure you get it. And employees must post a copy of each citation at their place of business where the violation occurred for 3 days or until violation is abated, okay? Whichever is longer. So these are just going over the penalties. Something for the other than serious is the minimal. Serious is up to $7,000. Willful can be up to $70,000. Repeated, and that's up to 70 because basically you already knew that you went against OSHA and the regulation, and you just repeated it. So number one, they give you a higher one if it's willful and you knew, and then if you repeated the violation, it could be up to $70,000, and failure to abate. So there is an appeal process that you can go through. You can seek a formal conference or settlement prior to the contest, and contest must be done within 15 working days and invited to the area office. So during the formal conferences, employers can obtain a better explanation of the violation, negotiate enter informal settlement, discuss methods of correction, and problems with the abatement date if they can't make it, and resolve disputed citations and penalties. They can obtain answers to other questions they may have. Next. And lastly, I want to talk about something that's coming about for the New York City DOB. And one thing I want to say is that OSHA is about the worker. That's their main goal, is to protect workers, right? They want to make sure workers are protected. And as I mentioned in the general duty clause, you as an employer, that's your job on the job sites to make sure you provide a workplace that's free of hazards for workers, okay? Department of Buildings, New York, different story. It's about pedestrians, it's about the public. It's about adjacent structures. It's about that, it's not about the worker. Okay, so a lot of things have come about in laws with New York City in reaction to things that have happened where a pedestrian, a public person was hurt, or something fell off a building, or a crane, right, as you see. So, just want to talk about, I know this is hard to see, but you're going to get my slides. I just want to go over real quick. This is something that I train on and can help with, but there's a local law 196. They originally had June 1st as the deadline, but now it's December 1st. That all job sites must designate a superintendent, a site safety coordinator, or a safety manager to receive 30 hours of site safety training by December 1st. An additional 10 hours of training by September 1st, 2020. And supervisors will need 62 hours of training by that December 1st, 2019 deadline. And a lot of contractors or smaller companies are not aware that they're going to have these, their people on site with cards by the Department of Buildings if they do work in the city. A limited SXT card with 30 hours, a 30-hour class is going to have to be presented. Also, for number 2, is an OSHA 10-hour class with 20 hours of additional training. That could be fall protection, electives, drug and alcohol, supporting scaffold. So this will be in my tools, in my presentation, so you can see, or you could go on the site safety training place for New York City buildings, and it'll explain all about this local law, because by December 1st, if you don't have this, then there are going to be DOB inspectors on your site, giving you citations. Okay? Thank you very much.